When transitioning from military to civilian life, the men and women of America's armed forces face a variety of challenges. One of the first of these involves navigating the sometimes complex process of claiming the veterans' benefits they've earned. VA is committed to providing these newest veterans with the assistance needed to make the process as simple as possible. To show you what this effort involves, the American veteran recently visited a full-service transition center at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base outside Dayton, Ohio. There, VA has teamed with the Department of Defense to provide short-timers with a full range of transition services.
All right, so December 1st, we're looking at the possibility of you transitioning to the VA system. Then I want to see you at the VA.
Okay.
After 14 years of service, Staff Sergeant Carmen Owens is preparing to leave the Air Force. It's the only job she's ever known, and like many in her position, she's somewhat nervous about the process.
It scares you. It's a very scary thing to transition from being military and things being taken care of to actually having to cross over to the civilian sector and not knowing what's out there. So it's good to know that we have something set in place that's here to help us.
Carmen is referring to the VA DoD transition facility at the medical center on Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the DoD Transition Center.
Here, VA offers separating military personnel the services and knowledge they'll need to take full advantage of the veterans' benefits they deserve.
They walk you through the process, especially if you're coming back from a combat environment or multiple deployments. You want to get things right because it's about your future. And so that transition makes all the difference in the world.
Bill Wall retired from the Air Force in 2006 after 30 years of service. Today, he's a clinical social worker with VA who helps short-timers prepare themselves for a productive life out of uniform.
So many folks, a big reason for coming in the military, aside from serving their country, is really education benefits and things like that. So you kind of need someone, and this transition center is a perfect opportunity for that.
Mr. Bourgeois, how are you today?
Good, how are you doing, Tim?
VA is dedicated to helping veterans maximize these types of opportunities by staffing its centers with qualified and highly motivated benefits experts, ones who can help them get the benefits process rolling.
To be honest with you, I'm one of those individuals that, I can't, all the forms that needed to be completed, there's just no way I could have accomplished that by myself. So it was Tim Price that sat down with me. He helped me fill out those forms.
So to have someone like Tim on site, you can just sit down and have a conversation with him about benefits, about your questions. He can answer them in real time, and he can get into the VBA computer and see exactly what the status is of your claim, status of being paid for this or that. So it's just critically important to, I think, veteran satisfaction more than anything else, to be able to have someone like him on site.
Personal touch is everything. A person can tell whether you really care about them or not. They can sense whether you're here for just a job or whether you really care about the veterans. So we do put that extra personal touch on there by being very concerned for them, going out of our way in every way we can to see to it that they get the benefits they've earned.
A common theme to the approach taken at this transition center is the personal touch. And the feedback from those who are helped makes the staff aware that their efforts are very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Being able to come here, I've learned more as far as benefits medically for myself and trying to get educated on benefits for my children as well. And being able to speak with a social worker face-to-face and get that one-on-one actually helps a lot more, and it makes your mind at ease.
Currently, VA operates nearly 150 transition centers at DoD facilities, with plans to add more, making it as easy as possible for all those who have served.
VA is dedicated to streamlining the transition process for members of our nation's military, whether they're separating or retiring. In addition to what we've just heard, this commitment includes plans for on-base compensation and pension examinations, and eventually a single physical separation examination for DoD and VA disability determinations. We encourage you to find out more about VA's Making the Transition by visiting the website on your screen.